right there, Tara. That's really it. And like I said, and it's an easy fix. That's the beautiful part about it. It's an easy fix. We'll get past it, and then you'll stop doing that, and then everything is fine. And then all of the problems will stop the moment you stop doing that. And then everything is peaceful after that. It's all love after that. It's all joy after that. It's all, everything is fine. Nothing's broken. Nothing is broken. Moni, what's up, Mama? So good to see you. Nothing is broken. Nothing is broken. Let me ask you this, though. If you're always focused on what's missing, how will you ever be happy? So Presley, what's up, my brother? Just think about what I'm saying. If you're always focused on what's missing, how will you ever be happy? And I'm saying this to you with all of the love in my heart. I'm saying this to you with, I promise you, my heart is so full of love right now as I'm saying this to you, because I don't want you to suffer anymore. That's what gets me emotional. I don't want you in pain. I don't want you to suffer. But what I need you to understand is that you were programmed and conditioned to upset yourself, and you didn't realize that. Nobody's ever told you that. Nobody's ever sat you down and told you that or taught you that. You could teach a little kid this and they would get it like that. Little kid would get it like that. You would have gotten it when you were a little kid had somebody sat you down and really just taught you that. You were programmed and conditioned to upset yourself. Literally, that's not a play on words. That's not philosophy. It's not psychology. That's the truth. That's a universal truth. You were programmed and conditioned to upset yourself. And then no one gave you the solution. So you're walking around having all of these negative reactions to things, reacting to this and reacting to that and seeking validation and, wanting people to believe in you and wanting people to choose you. And where'd all those programs come from? Because you didn't come with them. Who can tell me where that came from? Let me see where the awareness is. Who can tell me where it came from? That part right there, Alex. Alex, I'm telling you right now, you were programmed to upset yourself. Now, I'm going to assume that it wasn't done intentionally, but damn, when I'm looking at how our world works and the systems that we operate out of, what if someone was smart enough to understand how to do it so that you would never become the most powerful version of yourself? How are you going to become the most powerful version of yourself? You're always upset, which means that your vibrational frequency is always going to be lowered, which means that you're not going to have a powerful self-concept, which means that you're always going to be disconnected from the divine in you. You'll never become powerful that way. If you're always upsetting yourself, and again, you didn't do it to you. I can qualify it. Please make me qualify it. And qualify it. That part right there, Maya. So that's why self-awareness is so important. It's not about, being better than other people and all these. It has nothing to do with that. Tam says qualify it. Watch this. You guys tap the screen. Let's get the lights up because people need this medicine. You guys know I never ask for stuff like that. But what I understand is that people need to hear what I teach and what I'm coaching so that their suffering can end. It's not cool that people should be suffering, especially when what's creating and causing the suffering was something that they didn't ask for. I understand that the person is doing something to themselves and they're putting themselves in certain positions. I get that part based upon choices and decisions that they've made. I get that part, but that's not cool when people suffer unnecessarily, and then we don't give them the remedy, and then the only remedy is take this pill, take that pill, take this pill, go sit and talk to this person, and tell them all of your issues, when you are the solution. So let me get back to qualifying my point. Someone created the system called competition. That's what's hurting you right now. Someone created a system called competition, where you would have a first place, you would have second place, you would have third place. Competition. I got to get ahead. I got to be number one. I've got to come in first. No one remembers third place. There's not a single human being in history that can tell you who came in third. We don't remember third. We don't remember second. We don't honor and celebrate second place. We only honor and celebrate first place. So competition, I got to get ahead. So you got programmed at an early age to compete. Compete for attention. Compete for validation. Compete for worth. Compete for value. Compete for your place. And if you come in second, guess what's going to happen? You're going to produce your own suffering. If you come in third, guess what's going to happen? You're going to produce your own suffering. You've been doing that since your whole life. That program has been running in you your entire life. Everyone is competing. So you're competing, and then you didn't just take the system, you made adjustments and changes to the system. So now you're competing with respect to your looks. You're competing with respect to your relationship. You're competing with respect to your family. You're competing with respect to your job. You're competing with respect to the position that you hold in the world and how popular you are and the way that you look and your body type. You are always competing. How can you ever be happy if your brain is always doing subtraction and addition, subtraction and addition, subtraction and addition? You're always in some, and here's what's crazy. It's happening on a subconscious level now, so you don't even realize it. You can't tell me right now that when a beautiful woman walks in, if you're a woman, you're not competing in that moment. You're not looking at her a certain way. Lie and tell me that I'm not telling you the truth. You can't tell me that if you're a man and you see another handsome man that's fit and all of these things walking in the door, that you don't measure yourself against that person. Tell me I'm lying to you right now. I give you all that. You didn't do it to you. So let's start with the truth. You didn't even do it to you. You didn't create the system. In awareness, there is no competition. You don't compete against anything in awareness. In awareness, competition means that I honor you and I respect you and I value you because you bring a level of greatness to the moment that inspires me. You bring a level of greatness to the moment that allows me to bring greatness out of me. In other words, the greatness in you ignites the greatness in me. So there's no losers here. In awareness, there's only losers when it comes to people that lack self-awareness. You got the first place, you got the second place, you got the third place. What about that kid that came in fifth? How do you think he feels emotionally? How do you think she feels emotionally? You telling me she's walking away feeling powerful? You tell me her self-concept isn't hurt? You telling me she doesn't feel like she's not enough? Like she'll never be worthy? What is that doing to her? What is it doing to her mentally and emotionally when she's always coming in fifth, always coming in fourth, always coming in third, never gets that first place? What do you think it's doing to her? Because maybe genetically she wasn't wired. That's not her thing, but it's the only system we have. It's a broken system which will break you mentally It will break you emotionally. It will break you spiritually. It will impact your self-concept, which will impact the way you feel. There's people walking around now, right now, full-blown adults, thinking about that game that they lost in high school, thinking about that game that they lost in college, thinking about this thing that got lost and that thing that got lost. Come on, let's be real. When it comes to self-awareness, yes, that system is built from a lower mind perspective. Only lower mind competes. Only the ego competes. In awareness, there is no competition because I understand that you're a one of one. And when I meet you in that moment, I'm going to have a conversation with you. And when I meet you in that moment, what I'm going to say to you is that I need you to bring it. I need you to bring it right now. I need you to be your best. See, when you lack self-awareness, you praying that something the best player twisted his ankle. Ooh, wonderful. We got a chance to win. You're not thinking about the pain that that person is going through. Ooh, the best player can't show up today or fouled out of the game. Ooh, that's wonderful. We got a chance to win. Why? Because all you're thinking about is winning. You're not thinking about how other people feel when they walk away from the situation. Because again, the ego always wants to be seen in the right light. It keeps you disconnected from everything. But in awareness, I need you to be your best. And if you twisted an ankle right before the game, I damn near don't want to play myself. Because I feel like if we win, we only won because maybe you weren't there. I didn't get to be my best because you weren't there. I need you to bring it. I need you to push me. I need you to go at me. I need you to bring the best out of me because no matter what happens, whether I get to hold the trophy or not, I got to become a version of myself in your presence that I never would have become had you not been there. That's why I celebrate you at the end of the game. That's why I celebrate you at the end of the speech. That's why I celebrate you at the end of the debate, because you're bringing greatness out of me, because greatness is what you are. Let's celebrate the greatness that's in the moment. Why are we competing? What are you competing against? The version of me and the version of you, and the combination of the two is what makes the moment great. There's nothing to compete for. But when you're all of these systems, see, when you become self-aware, you are in the world, but you are no longer of it. And you see all of the systems that are in place that are broken, that are causing so much pain and suffering. How many people hurt themselves because they lost the state championship, lost the game, lost this, lost that, and all of the suffering that happens after that because competition, and for the rest of their life, they will look at themselves through that filter. You lose to this person, you feel like you're not enough, you're not as good, you're not as worthy. What is that doing to you? Winning, I gotta win, coach. So what you're saying to me is, you get a good feeling from giving other people a bad feeling? That's what you're saying? That's what you're saying. I get to feel good by making someone else feel bad. Who taught you how to be like that? That's what you're saying. Give a damn if you're saying it out of your mouth, that's what you're signaling. Anytime you walk away from a situation and a person feels less in your presence when you walk away, how did you add value to the person? But that's the ego. I want to feel good by making you feel bad. That's how I feel. Ooh, let's bury them. Let's this, let's that, let's all of these things. That's what you're saying. How insecure you are. How fragile you are. And then never realizing that you're laying the groundwork for your own suffering. That moment when you don't hit it, that moment when you don't become number one, that moment when you become number 3 or number 4 or whatever the case may be, you just laid the groundwork for your own suffering and you don't even realize it. What's up, Tasha? So good to see you. Thank you, you guys. Thank you. All right, let's get into the live. Let's get busy. Let's get busy. Let's get busy. Everybody catch that? Is there anybody that's... You said how many underprivileged have I helped today? I don't even know what that question means. Yeah, it's super. It's super, yeah, it's super, yeah. Again, going back to my original question, if you're always focused on what's missing, how will you ever be happy? If you're always focused on what's missing, how will you ever be happy? How? And and all of this is coming because you're always competing. That's the point. That's why I was talking to you about the competition, because you're always competing. Whether you think you're ahead in life or you think you're behind in life, whether you think your life is good or you think it's bad, whether you think you're winning in life or you think you're losing, you're measuring that against something else. You're measuring where you are to where someone else is. Again, that's a program you're running. Even when you look at yourself in the mirror and you're dissatisfied with the way you look, your dissatisfaction is coming because you're measuring where you are right now with where someone else is physically. That's what I'm saying about the competition. So it's you're always competing. You're always competing. All right, let's turn up. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you when you say that our parents are supposed to be our role models. I agree with you, but also like I said again, also what you have to understand, you guys got to really understand this. You know, chances are, and I'm talking about like high chances are, your parents were not self-aware. Your parents lacked emotional intelligence. Your parents were not masters of themselves. Your parents didn't understand their feelings and emotions. They didn't understand all of that. So what can they really teach you, right? They can only teach you from their pain. They can only teach you from their suffering. They can only teach you from their wounds. They can only teach you from their programming and conditioning, which someone deposited in them, you know? And so it's so important that we understand that. Once you start becoming self-aware, you're going to understand there's no one to blame. Don't waste your time blaming your family. Don't waste your time blaming your parents, your upbringing, society, the environment. It's a waste of time. There's no one to blame. Everyone was doing the best that they could do based on their level of self-awareness, their level of consciousness, their level of emotional intelligence, and all of those things. And chances are they didn't have any of that. I'm just going to live in the truth. My mom had none of that. She raised me. She had none of that. There was no emotional intelligence, no self-awareness, no self-mastery. She didn't understand the difference between a feeling and an emotion. She didn't understand the difference between thoughts versus thinking. None of that. None of it. So what was she going to teach me? That's just me living in the truth. I just don't, you know, and once you understand that, you can give people, you can let people off the hook. How much resentment we hold, how much anger we hold in these stories that we cling to about what we think someone did wrong to us, and I should have had a better this and a better that. People did the best that they could do. Right now, it's on you. Who are you going to become right now? That's the only thing that's important. Whatever happened yesterday is not important. Yesterday is not holding on to you. Stop holding on to yesterday. What are you going to do right now? That's the most important question in the world. What are you going to do now? Because there's no more excuses now. So what are you going to do now? It's the only thing that matters. Decide today what's no longer good for your life and then stand on that. This is how you become the most powerful version of yourself. Decide today what is no longer good for your life and then stand on that. Decide today what you are no longer going to accept or tolerate from other people and then stand on that. Decide today what's no longer worth your energy and then stand on that. Because it's your standards that's creating your life right now. It's your standards that's producing all of the results that you're experiencing right now, whether you realize it or not. It's your standards that's controlling whatever it is that's happening in your relationship. It's your standards. It's your standards that's controlling the way that people treat you, whether or not they disrespect you. All of that's coming from your standards. Your quality of life is coming from your standards, not your level of education. Don't ever get that confused. Remove yourself from every one-sided relationship immediately. That's how you set the standard. Remove yourself from every one-sided relationship now. Or don't tell me you love yourself. If we meet at a coffee shop or at a bar or in the airport or whatever the case may be, and you're walking around in some one-sided relationship, and out of the side of your mouth, you're telling me that you love yourself, I'm going to look at you like you got two heads. Remove yourself from people that don't place high value on you. Today. Not, okay, coach, let me think about it. Let me make some call today. Anyone that doesn't place high value on you has to go. And guess what? If that means that everybody has to go, then we're doing a clearance sale today. So let's just go to the little Office Depot. Let's go get some highlighters and some make some signs and just everything must go. Anyone that doesn't place high value on you must go. Why? Because it's impacting your self-concept. It's impacting the way you see yourself. It's impacting the way you love yourself. How are you going to say that you love yourself at a 5-star level, but you'll allow someone else to be attached to you that's only giving you 2-star love or 3-star love? Make it make sense. Just make it make sense. And I don't care what title people carry in your life. That's where we get it confused. The labels people carry and the titles people, none of that matters. What matters is the way a person treats you. That's the only thing that matters. Give a damn what title they carry. The fact that you carry the title of some family member, to me, you should be placing more respect on me than anyone. If that's the case, if we're going off titles and labels, remove yourself from everything that's not loving you consistently. No more of these sometimey kind of relationships where sometimes my partner loves me, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they believe in me, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they show up for me and sometimes they don't. Where are you going with that? Where are you going with that? And the reason why they can't consistently love you is because they can't consistently love themselves. How can I give you something consistently that I don't even give me? How? How can I consistently show up for you and I don't consistently show up for me? Those two sentences don't go together, mama. You saying your husband's showing up, but you know he's having an affair. What does that mean? That don't even go together. JJ, my brother, what's going on? And I'm saying that with all the love in my heart. Those two sentences don't go together at all. The fact that you know he's having an affair and you not doing anything about it tells me how much you love yourself. That's why he's having the affair. Because you already walked away from you. So he figured I might as well do it as well. I know you don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. I promise you. I know you don't want to hear that. I would be affectionate toward you too if I had a whole other human being on the side. That's easy. If I get to have my cake and eat it too, yeah, I'm going to be affectionate towards you. Why are you tolerating it is the billion-dollar question. What version of you do you become in his presence? Because that's the version of you that he's cheating on. He's not cheating on the strongest version of you. He's not cheating on the version of you that you pretend to be. He's cheating on the version of you that doesn't love you. And why he's cheating on you, and every time he's not in your presence, you're not loving yourself. How much is that costing you? Every time he's not in your presence, peace isn't in your life. How much is that costing you? Every time he's not in your presence, joy is not in your life. How much is that costing you? Because what you got to understand is that anytime he's not around, or anytime that phone rings, or anytime something's going on, your mind instantly goes into who is that on the phone and where is he at and while you doing all of that subtraction in that moment, there's no addition in your life. Addition is how happiness comes in. Addition is how love comes in. Addition is how joy comes in. What is that costing you? And why are you staying, most importantly? Let me say this to you, to that young lady. Let me say this to you. Comfort is why she's staying. Two reasons why we stay. We stay because of comfort, or we stay because of fear. We stay because of comfort because whatever the life is that you built, you don't think that you can go and sustain that life on your own. So you'll stay because of comfort. That's the number one reason. Number two, we stay because of fear. You think that you won't find better than what you already have right now, even though you don't have nothing. You don't realize it. So both things are negative, but you don't realize that. We stay because of comfort, because oftentimes we're more concerned with how our life looks to other people than how it feels to us. As long as it looks good to your family, it looks good to your friends, looks good in the eyes of the kids. I'm suffering inside though. I'm suffering, but my life looks good. I got my little circles of friends and people and different things like that. My husband's out having with a whole other human being. Got a whole person. Here's the thing. Let me say this to you. Whoever that third person is, they are not the problem. So don't put your anger on them. Don't project your anger onto them, just in case you happen to run into them at some point in time. They are not the problem. The third person is never the problem. The problem is the person that entertained the third person. That's the problem. Because the third person could never give your significant other anything that he didn't want. I can't offer you anything that you don't already want. So the problem is not the third person. The problem is the person that entertained the third person, that accepted what the third person was offering. And here's my question to you. Where's the love in the relationship? Because ain't no way he over here doing what he's doing and loving you at the same time. So where's the love at? I'm just asking. Curious, inquiring minds want to know. Because there's no way that you can convince me that he loves you and he's cheating on you at the same time. And there's no way that you can convince me that you love yourself and love the person that's hurting you at the same time. Make it make sense. That part right there, Lynetta, love and respect go hand in hand. So if I'm not respecting you, how can I claim to love you? When respect walks out the door, love is right behind it. Soon as respect walks out of the door, love is like, I'm gone. There's no way that he can claim to love you and be disrespecting you at the same time. And there's no way that you can claim to love yourself and love the person that's hurting you at the same time. Make it make sense. Somebody's living in some falsehood here. So because you're not loving you, he's not loving you. Because I'm telling you, everything is energy. Everything is energy. Yeah, that math ain't mathing. It's not. That math ain't mathing. It's only your fault what you accept. It's not your fault what someone tries to project onto you. It's never your fault. What's your fault is what you tolerate. What's your fault is what you accept. What's your fault is what you choose to ignore. That's your fault. What I bring you is never your fault. What you accept is. The relationship doesn't become toxic because of what someone tried to offer you, whether it's disrespect or abuse or whatever the case may be. What I accept in that moment instantly turns the relationship to a toxic relationship because I had to accept that. The relationship it's humanly impossible for me to have a toxic relationship. Come on, you got to live in the truth with me. It's humanly impossible for me to have a toxic relationship with you. Now, I can be the most toxic person in the world. I can't make you accept that. I can try to disrespect you, but if you love yourself and if you respect yourself, you're not going to entertain any of that, and you're going to be out in 2 seconds. You're going to be like, you lost your mind. I don't know who you think you're talking to. You're going to be gone. There's no toxic relationship. But if you stand there and listen to that and you accept that, and then I come back the next day and I'm doing it again, you accept that, anything that gets introduced into the relationship becomes a permanent part of the relationship. And when people cheat on you, let me tell you why people cheat on you. In toxic situations, people cheat on you because they value this new experience more than they value the relationship that they have with you. They place more value on this new experience than they place on you, period. But my question is, well, where'd the love go? Where'd it go? In those moments when you're cheating or you're thinking about cheating, when you're just in that stage, when you're thinking about doing whatever it is you're getting ready to do, even though you got a whole human being sitting at home, in that moment when you're thinking about cheating, where's love at in that moment? You mean to tell me that you some special type of human being where there's a brand of love that's operating in you where you can turn it off and on? You can turn it off, go cheat, and then come back home and turn it on again, and then go back to being whatever it is you need to be for me? That's what you're telling me with a straight face? Love doesn't work like that. Love is the insurance policy to loyalty. Has anyone ever told you that? Love is loyalty's insurance policy. Most people don't know that. I said love is loyalty's insurance policy. Loyalty needs an insurance policy. If there's not something backing the loyalty, people are going to be disloyal. That's why when a person doesn't cheat on you, it's because love backed it. Their love for you was greater than the opportunity that was in front of them at that time. But if there's no love there, then guess what? There's just opportunity. There's nothing to be loyal to. Love is loyalty's insurance policy. Meaning, let me tell you why I say that. Because loyalty happens in your absence. It doesn't happen in your presence. Think about what I'm saying. You can't sit here and tell me with a straight face that your partner is loyal, because loyalty kicks in when you're not there, not when you're there. Anyone can act right in your presence. It's who do you become in my absence? That's when loyalty kicks in. So in that moment, when that person is having all of these experiences that they could have in your absence, what's making them not do that is love. Love is protecting loyalty. But if I don't have real love for you, and there's no one around, there's no cameras going on, I'm going to be loyal to the opportunity that's in front of me, not to you. That part right there, Imama. Who do you become when no one's around? See, I tell people this all the time. Inside of every person you know, there's a version of them that you don't know. And here's the problem with that. All of your belief, all of the love, all of your trust, all of those beautiful memories and moments, it's all predicated on who that person is in your presence. Think about what I'm saying. All of the trust that you have for your significant other comes from who they are in your presence. All of the love you feel comes from who they are in your presence. All of the beliefs you have about them comes from who they are in your presence. Well, guess what? Anyone can act right in your presence. Your kids do it all the time. And then the moment you walk out of the room, they start acting a fool. Anyone can act right in your presence. What matters is, who do you become in my absence? Because that's what the threat is to the relationship. The threat is who that person becomes when you're not there. Not who they are when you're around. Anybody can fool you with that. That's why when most people get cheated on, they're blindsided. Because all of their trust and all of the love and all of the belief comes from who that person was when they're around them. And then you make the assumption, catch this, you make the assumption that who they are in your presence is the same person in your absence, and nothing could be further from the truth. That person transforms into something so unrecognizable, would blow your mind. The 99 versus the 1. Come on, Presley. I know my boy be listening. The 99. He threw me alive with that one. Ooh, Presley, he threw me alive with that one, big dog. But he's right. It's the 99 versus the 1. It's the 99 versus the 1. Press, you killed it with that. You threw a lob so cold off the glass. LeBron could have caught that bad boy from half court. You say he can, yeah, he doesn't want you to ask questions. Of course he doesn't. And I get it. I understand that. Yeah, so the 99 versus the 1 is something that I used to coach, man. I don't even want to date myself. A long time ago. I used to teach people about the 99 versus the 1 here's what I believe. Self-awareness should be something, or emotional intelligence should be something that people have to take before getting married, right? Don't wait to get married and not understand what you're getting ready to get into. And then once the relationship falls apart, you want to start talking to people. No, self-awareness and emotional intelligence should be a course that you and your significant, if you truly love, damn that wedding cake, that you getting ready to spend $5,000 to $10,000 on, damn that wedding dress that you getting ready to spend all of that money on, damn that reception and the after parties and the alcohol and the flowers, you getting ready to waste your money if that relationship isn't protected by emotional intelligence and self-awareness, so that you understand your partner's programming and conditioning, so that you understand how your partner wants to love, more importantly, so that you understand, what does love mean to my partner? Does my partner even have the capacity to love me the way that I want to be loved? Do they have the capacity? Watch this. Why do relationships start with euphoria and end in chaos? Because there's no self-awareness there. Look back over all of your relationships. Started with euphoria, ended in chaos. Tell me I'm lying. I'll give you all day. I'll give you all day. Started with euphoria. You walking around head all in the clouds. You floating down the street. You were so happy. But it ended in chaos. Why? Because there's no self-awareness. There's no emotional intelligence there. Everyone is just going off of their desires. Everyone is going off of their needs. Everyone is bringing not the strongest version of you to the relationship. You're bringing your weaknesses to the relationship because you're bringing versions of yourself that haven't been healed yet. And your partner's doing the same thing. So once, all of the what I like to call the honeymoon phase, once the honeymoon phase of the relationship fades, and it will, the real person starts to emerge. And that's not the person you met. You didn't meet that person in the beginning. You don't even know that that person exists. You got a whole nother human being getting ready to pop out. And that's who you're getting ready to spend your life with. Not that person you met at the club or at the bar or at the gas station. No. That was only the representative. That was only the trailer to the movie you bought. You bought the trailer. Anyways, my bad. 99 versus the 1. 99 versus the 1. So the 99 versus the 1, what happens is when you meet someone for the very first time, that person will be so comfortable telling you 99% of who they are, right? This is where I'm from, and I did this, and I went to school here, and I worked there, and I do all of these things, and I'm a great person, and I've achieved this, and I've achieved that. My family is this, my family is that. 99% of who they are. The 1%. See, a mathematician will tell you that 1% can never be greater than 99, or 1 can never be greater than 99, but in awareness it can be, because that 1% that you didn't tell me is who you really are. And you didn't tell me that for a reason, because whatever it is that's contained in that 1% would have shifted my perspective, would have made me walk away, would have made me not want to, would have made me want to slow things way down and really get to see what's happening with you versus jumping in. So people don't tell you that. Now, here's the thing. You will discover the 1%. But you don't discover the 1% until you're already emotionally invested in the relationship. I'm emotionally invested now. I'm financially invested now. Maybe we got a little apartment together, or maybe, they've moved some things into your place. It's gotten kind of serious. And now that 1% slowly starts to come out. Look over your life. I'm telling you your truth right now. If you look back over all of your past relationships, you'll know that a shift happened. Somewhere in the relationship, whether that was in year 1 or 6 months in, or some shift happened. The 1% was the shift, because that person couldn't continue to wear the mask that was blanketing the 1%. The 1% is who they really are, because that's really where they're vibrating from. They're vibrating from that 1%. Does that make sense? Yeah, I tell you guys this all the time. Life only makes sense in reverse. Once you start really looking back over things, you'll see all of what I'm saying. It's all universal truth. Which is why the best relationship you will ever have is the one you have with yourself. But somebody programmed to condition you to believe that the best relationship you will ever have is the one you will have with someone else. That's what's hurting you. Somebody programmed to condition you to believe that your best relationship is going to include some other person. Ooh. Bonnie, you threw me one off the glass right there with the RIA, ROA. Woo! Perfect timing too. Perfect timing. If ever there was perfect timing, it was right there. Yeah, no one else can complete you. But to the person that lacks self-awareness, they don't believe that. They believe that other people complete them. Somebody said, how can a married person? I'll do my best to answer as many of you guys' questions as I can. Tara, any questions that are in alignment with the subject matter, if you can pin them out, I appreciate it, Mama. Let me say this though. Let me say this though. It's self-awareness. You know, self-awareness. You know, even if you're already in the relationship, right? In the relationship, you guys have already kind of, because again, what self-awareness is going to do is it's going to melt away that 1%. And it's going to stop that person from projecting that 1% onto you, because that's ultimately what destroys the relationship is not the 99. What destroys the relationship is that 1%. And if you look back over your past relationships, the ones that have failed, that 1% that popped out, that one thing that you just couldn't tolerate anymore, whether it was their disrespect or their this or their that, or them projecting their anger onto you, or, you know, every time life isn't working out right for them, you couldn't talk to them. You were afraid to really speak your truth. You started transforming in the relationship. It's all because of that 1%. It's all the 1% that's causing that problem. It's all the 1%. I'm telling you, the 1%. The 1 versus the 99 is crazy. Once you understand that, when you're meeting that person in that moment, I'm not really meeting all of you. So let me just pull back. Let me not get caught up on the abs. Let me not get caught up on the tattoos. Let me not get caught up on the 6-figure income. Let me not get caught up on the fact that you drive this house and you a CEO of this or the executive of that. Let me not get caught up on all of that, because I'm not dating that. That's not what I'm going to be dating. When you become self-aware, you understand that. I'm not dating your accomplishments. I'm dating your programming and conditioning. And I don't know if your programming and conditioning aligns with my programming and conditioning. And until I understand that, let me pull back. Let me fall back. What you in a rush for? What are you rushing for? What are you all in a hurry for? Take your time. Take your time. There's no need to hurry. Because if your programming and conditioning doesn't align with their programming and conditioning, the relationship's not going to work. I don't care how fast you move. That's another thing. I'm glad you said that. That's another thing that the awareness is going to do. It's death of the personal ego. So there's no egos in the relationship. Love and ego doesn't even go together. If I love you, what is my ego doing in the relationship? Why do you got ego all involved and pride all involved? That's destroying the fabric of the relationship. I'm telling you, the best marriage in the world is an emotional marriage. When you are emotionally married to someone, it is infinitely more powerful than anything that you can do in some church or some building or whatever. You know, you want to be emotionally married to your partner first. Let me understand you on a mental level, on an emotional level, on a spiritual level, and get off of all of the superficial stuff that we've been programmed to look at people through. You know, who they are and their reputation and their persona, and they work here and they make this amount of money and all of these things. All that, you're not dating that. That's not what you're going to marry. And then hedonic adaptation is going to kick in. You're going to grow accustomed to that lifestyle, but you're still stuck with this person every single day. And your programming and conditioning is rejecting their programming and conditioning, which makes the relationship fall apart. Does that make sense? Once you start studying self-awareness, you're going to understand everything is programming and conditioning. All of it. That's who you're getting ready to be in a relationship with. That part. A relationship doesn't make you worthy of love. The level of value you place on yourself does. That part right there, Paulina. Let me say that one more time. A relationship doesn't make you worthy of love. The value you place on yourself does. Because the only person you are going to spend the rest of your life with is you. You are the only person you are going to 100% spend the rest of your life with, period. So give yourself the same love that you're hoping to receive from someone else. Hang on, you guys. Yeah, I got you, Bunny. I said a relationship doesn't make you worthy of love. The level of value you place on yourself does, because value is what unlocks love, right? And so the more value you place on yourself, the more love you unlock. So it has nothing to do with whatever your relationship is in. People feel like their value increases when they're in a relationship, or, you know, they're dating someone or whatever it can be. Nothing could be further from the truth. The level of value that you place on yourself is what unlocks all of the love in you. How much value do you place on you? Right? So if you think about yourself like a hotel, right? You've got the lobby, and then you've got maybe the 50th floor or whatever the case may be. Most people have never been past the 5th or 6th floor with respect to how much value you place on yourself. That elevator can go as high as you want it to go, but it's always going to be predicated on the amount of value that you place on yourself. Not how much value can you get others to place on you. Not how much can you get other people to choose you or believe in you. How much value do you place on yourself? That's going to determine how much love you unlock in you. It's all coming from the value you place on yourself. If you don't place high value on yourself, I won't either. The amount of value that I place on you is going to be predicated on how much value I see you place on yourself. How much value do you place on you? This is not bumper sticker talk. This is not water cooler, oh, let's sit over here and sound like we're saying something cool talk. No, how much value do you really place on yourself? And when you, let me say it this way. Let me tell you what's sad. You deserve the world. The problem with that is most people don't believe that. That's the problem. You deserve the world. But you don't believe it. You'll say it consciously, yeah, I deserve the world. But subconsciously, you don't really believe it. And it's that thought alone that you don't believe that you deserve the world that's blocking unconditional love's presence in your life. How can you possibly feel that you're not worthy of everything? Because you're not, when you say that you're not, or when you think that thought that you're not, it's coming from your wounds. It's coming from the unhealed version of you, because you are abundance personified. It's what you are. You are abundance. So the moment that you entertain a thought that I don't deserve the world, if you don't believe you deserve the world, why would someone ever want to give it to you? Look at how you're blocking unconditional love's presence in your life. You can say it consciously. You can even write it on some affirmation and say it in the mirror every single morning. But if you don't believe it, you'll never receive that. And I'm not saying give yourself the world with respect to all of the material things. Yeah, that's wonderful, but that's not what I mean. What I'm talking about is vibrating at the highest frequency at all times. Believing that you are worthy of that, because then you become an energetic match for other people that will see you that way. But if you are entertaining a thought that you don't believe that you deserve it all, why would someone ever give it to you? And then more importantly, what's that thought that you're entertaining that makes you feel like you don't deserve it all? That you're not enough, that you're not worthy. Again, you're speaking from your brokenness. You're thinking from that perspective. One more time. If you don't believe that you deserve the world, then that single thought is what's blocking unconditional love's presence in your life. Just that thought alone. The thought is too expensive. That's why self-awareness is so important. The thought is too expensive. Some of you guys could say that to yourself right now. Be honest. Be honest. This is a judgment-free zone. There's nothing to judge here. You can say that right now to yourself, but something in you doesn't really feel that way. And it's that thing, that version of yourself that you become that doesn't really feel that way, that's blocking unconditional love's presence in your life. Because if you really felt that way, that I deserve the world, right? And I'm doing everything in my power to walk, act, talk, think, and be in alignment with that belief, you'd be unstoppable. That part right there, Tara, you have to embody it. Again, this is alignment. This isn't arrogance or anything like that. It's just alignment. It's just alignment. Self-awareness is you understanding. I don't give a damn who else understands. Self-awareness is you understanding that all of your power lies in you believing that everything is working out for you. I'm telling you right now, that mindset alone is the most powerful mindset in human history. I said self-awareness is you understanding that all of your power, I didn't say some, I didn't say a fraction, I didn't say a little, I said all of your power lies in you believing that everything is working out for you. That mindset alone is the most powerful mindset in human history. Let me qualify it. That mindset eliminates worry. That mindset eliminates anxiety. That mindset eliminates your unhappiness. That mindset eliminates your depression. A single mindset eliminates all of the negative feelings you experience. Just that mindset alone. That every single thing is working out for me. That means that I have maximum faith in myself. I have maximum faith in God. I have maximum belief in me. I have maximum belief in Him. I'm not walking around confused. I'm not walking around living outside of the present moment. I'm not walking around in some victim story about what went wrong in all of my yesterdays. I understand PTG, post-traumatic growth. I understand that I grow through everything that I go through in life. I have no resentment in my heart. I'm not holding on to anger or samskara. I'm walking around as the most powerful version of myself. I'm free. I understand that there are going to be people that enter my life. There are going to be people that leave. Let's keep moving. There's going to be people that believe in me. There are going to be people that won't. Let's keep moving. There's going to be people that choose me. There are going to be people that won't. Let's keep moving. My job is to dance my dance every single day. There's going to be people that love the way I dance. There's going to be people that don't. Oh, well. I live in my truth. I live in my authenticity. I show up to the moment. I insert greatness in the moment. Because if you keep inserting mediocrity in the moment will give you back mediocrity. You can't insert mediocrity and expect greatness on the other side. The moment will only give you what you insert. You deposit greatness, greatness is what you're going to receive. You deposit mediocrity, mediocrity is what you're going to receive. If you're walking around and you thinking that things aren't going to go the way you need them to go, that's exactly going to be your result. Why? Because you believe it. Not because reality is only bending to what you believe to be true. So that if you believe you're not enough, guess what? Reality is going to support you with everything you need to experience that belief. There's nothing more important. Nothing more important. I don't give a damn how many people you chase. I don't care how much money you're going after. I don't care how many people you think you need to make you happy. Nothing is more important than you believing in yourself. Nothing. Nothing. That's the most important thing in the history of mankind is your level of belief in you. How much value you place on yourself. Nothing is more important than that. Because everything else is the byproduct of that. Your quality of life is going to be the byproduct of that. How much you believe in you. It's the only thing that will propel you up the ladder. It's the only thing that will unlock your greatness. How much you choose to believe in yourself. You got people walking around right now. You have no belief in you. You believe in the celebrity though. You believe on what the people on TV can do. You believe in your favorite singer, but you don't believe in you. How did belief jump off out of your body and into theirs? How did it bypass you to get to them? I don't give a damn what you got to do. Man, you don't ever not believe in you. That's the most important thing you will ever do in your life. If you don't ever see another one of my live streams, take that with you. You don't ever, not even for a second. Not even for a second, because you create the experience. It goes assumption, belief, experience. That's how you create your life, whether you realize it or not. You assume that you can do something first. You back that with belief, and then you create the experience. Or you assume that you can't do something, and you back that with belief, and then you fail. Either way, you're creating the experience. Belief creates all experiences. Look at the placebo effect. To qualify my point, look at the placebo effect. You got this person sitting here. All that person needed to do was unlock the belief, cured that whole individual. Whole person cured, all off of belief. Thank you for the gifts, you guys. Thank you, Mama. And what's worse is, even when you doubt, you're believing. The belief is the only thing. See, God was so cold when he did that. He was so cold when he did that. You never run out of belief, ever. Never one time. You never run out of trust. You never run out of belief. You're always believing. Even when you're doubting, doubt is still a belief. You're always believing. The problem is that there may be certain moments when your belief is working against you and it's not working for you, and that's what's hurting you. What self-awareness is going to do is it's going to align you where your beliefs are always working for you. They're never working against you. You can never be in a situation where you got your own mind working against you. How you got your mind working against you? Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Right? Again, self-awareness is understanding that all of your power lies in you believing that everything is going to work out for you. There is nothing on the planet more powerful than that mindset. That mindset alone is medicine. It will cure everything negative that's going wrong with you. And I'm not telling you that you're going to be able to adopt the mindset in one day, right? It's going to take time of you waking up every single day. You need to go get Post-its and put that all over your house. Put it on the refrigerator, put it on the mirror, put it on your car, put it on your desk, put it on your cell phone, put it everywhere. So that it becomes a new program that you're running in your mind, because everything is working out for you. Life only gives us two things. It gives us blessings and battles. You either getting a blessing at some moment or you're getting a battle. And when you're getting a battle, the battle is transforming you. The problem is that you're looking at the battle through a negative filter, because somebody programmed to condition you to look at your life as good or bad, winning or losing. Those are the only categories you have. You either think that things are good or you think that things are bad. You either think that you win in life or you think that you're losing. And that's what's producing all of your suffering. Reality doesn't fit into your little models that you have. Doesn't work that way. I'm telling you, you trying to fit all of reality into your little boxes. It doesn't work that way. That's what's hurting you. Absolutely, Sharice. What you want me to repeat, Mom? I'm sorry. I'll be freestyling. You guys know I don't even know what I said. But that's what's hurting you. You are your purpose in life. Pin that comment up there about the purpose, Tara, for me. Tia, you are the purpose. See, somebody tricked you into believing that the purpose is something outside of you. That's the problem. Somebody tricked you into believing or programmed you into believing that your purpose is something that's outside of you. You are the purpose. And what your goal is to unlock your self-awareness. What your goal is to unlock the I in you. When you unlock the I in you, you become the most powerful human being on the planet. You are the purpose. There is no goal outside of you. You are the goal. Can you become consciousness, which is what you are? Can you become self-awareness, which is what you are? Can you become unconditional love, which is what you are? That's the goal. That's your purpose. Because once you become that, you are a magnet for every single thing on this planet because you become perfectly aligned with reality. There is no outside purpose. You're not looking for another purpose because you are it. Can you find you? That's the purpose. Can you find you? Not me, not your significant other, not your family. Can you find you? The version of you that God created. We're all like, just like when you were a little kid, right? Everybody's Easter egg hunting. Everybody's out there looking for the little Easter eggs and crack them open to see what's in there, whatever the case may be. This is the world's biggest Easter egg hunt. The difference is that we're not looking for eggs. We're looking for ourselves. Can you find you? You don't have you yet. I can promise you that right now. So let's start the journey, right, of discovering you. And it doesn't matter what happened in all of your yesterdays. It doesn't matter. Because see, what we have to set down is the programming and conditioning. When we set down the programming and conditioning, it eliminates the egos. Then it eliminates all of the limiting beliefs. Then it eliminates your self-concept. It eliminates all of these things that's really blocking you from becoming the most powerful version of yourself. Once you become the most powerful version of yourself, just your presence alone becomes medicine. Your words become medicine. The way you think becomes medicine. The way you show up in the room becomes medicine. Everything becomes medicine. And you are the medicine that every single person needs. God created you to be the solution. He created you to be the answer. You got to understand that. Now, if you get fame from that, wonderful. If you become popular from that, wonderful. But don't make that a goal. The point is that you are becoming, what do you think he is? Think about what I'm saying. Let me qualify. What is it? What is he? He's medicine. Period. He's medicine. He's the feeling. That's what we're all chasing. Everyone is chasing a feeling right now. That's what he is. Just thinking about him calms you down. Just praying to him eases your nerves. He's medicine. Yeah, he's many things aside from that. But the point not to be missed is that that's what he's unlocking you to be. To be that blessing, to be that solution, to be that answer, to be that fill in the blank. And then if you choose to become a content creator, if you choose to also do this, or choose to be a lawyer, or choose to be whatever the case may be, that's wonderful. You only enhance that particular industry. But the point not to be missed is that if we don't find you, we lose the game. What was it all for? If you never discover who you are, what was it all for? Does that make sense? Yep, I got you. Yeah, it is. I mean, what was it all for? If you never unlock you, what were we doing? What did we do? What happened? Because like I said, again, we think it's about us. We think this life is about us. When you are one of his chosen ones, I'm just making the assumption that you are. When you are one of God's chosen ones, it's not about you. Not about you at all. It's about you understanding that there are so many lives attached to your life already. The day that you were born, you may have had maybe a few thousand, maybe 10,000, maybe 10 million. We don't know. We won't know until we unlock you. So until you have your unlock, meaning your spiritual awakening. But my point is that there are so many lives that are already connected to your life the day you were born. You got to see that. You got to see what I'm saying. It's not about you. Watch this. Watch this. The name of the book is The Secret of Awareness. Secret. What's the secret? What's the secret inside the secret? So if you want a physical copy like this, you can get it on Amazon. I love physical copies. If you want a physical copy like this, you can get it on Amazon. Or if you want a digital copy, you guys can get a free copy. If you guys get signed up in my community today, I'll get you guys a free copy. No, it's not on Audible, but you can download the Speechify app. And if you download the Speechify app, it'll read it for you just the same way it would if it was an audiobook or whatever. But if you want a physical copy, go on Amazon. Again, The Secret of Awareness by Jordan Williams. Or you can get the digital copy. Yeah, it's a must read. It's definitely a must read. That's if you're on some spiritual awakening journey. If you're not, then you don't need it. And one thing you guys have to understand, I tell you guys this all the time, but self-awareness is not something that you find, right? Self-awareness finds you. I don't care. I could go give that book to 1 million people, and maybe 10 people out of that book 10 people out of the million will read it. And the reason being is has nothing to do with the book. If you're not there yet, if God's not ready for you to wake up, it doesn't matter how many books you buy someone or whatever. If they're not there yet, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, it just doesn't matter. Right? It just doesn't matter. You said, why is it hard to shift the mindset? To shift what mindset? I'm sorry. Just to shift your mindset, period? Actually, it's not. It's actually not hard to. Let me tell you why you think that it's hard. It's hard because there's something that you don't want to let go of. That's why. Things become hard. First of all, hard is the meaning that you attach to it, because hard doesn't exist in reality. If we were to get in the car right now, we would never be able to go and find hard. Hard only exists in your mind. And hard comes by the meaning that you attach to something. When you are passionate about something, you would never say the word hard. Think about what I'm saying. When you love something and you're passionate about something, you never call it hard. We only call it hard when we are lukewarm about it, right? I'm not, like math is not my thing. So I would always tell you that math is hard for me. And it is hard for me, but I know why it's hard for me. It's hard because I don't have passion. If I don't have passion toward it, I'm going to call it hard. But if I have passion toward it, it's easy. I'm going to sit and study all day long. I'm going to figure out whatever it is I got to do until I do it. I would never look at it as being hard because I have passion there. So I say that to say this. If you're not passionate about shifting your mindset, then you will call it hard. But hard only exists here, and it's coming from the meaning that you attach to it, nothing else. It doesn't exist in reality. So be careful when you say that, because if you say that something is hard and then you attach belief to that, it's going to create the experience. Now you're going to hit roadblocks that you shouldn't have, obstacles that you shouldn't have, but your mind is creating it because you asked reality to make it hard for you. You literally commanded that. You got to understand you're the creator. You're commanding. Reality is only bend, shaping, and molding to what you believe. Whatever your belief is, its job is to obey. You're the genie in the bottle. It's only going to do what you tell it to do. So when you say something is hard, reality is like, okay, let me make it hard for you. When you say it's easy, it's going to say, watch this right here. You can go to the gym right now. You can go to the gym right now and start lifting weights. And in your mind say lightweight, 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 lightweight. For every rep, I do this all the time. For every rep that you're doing, just say lightweight. Just say lightweight and watch how easy the weight is. I'm telling you right now, just do it for me. Just humor me and do that for me, right? Versus you looking at it as it being a challenge, or you looking at it like, oh, this is hard, or you looking at, no, just say lightweight. For every time you do that rep, just say lightweight, 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 lightweight. And watch how easy the weight is. And the weight's and you can be lifted. It doesn't matter. The amount of the weight doesn't matter. What you have to understand is that we place limitations on ourselves based upon the way that we communicate it with ourselves, and then based upon the belief that we put behind that, reality creates that experience for you. You got to understand that. Be careful with what you call hard and easy. I'm telling you, my workouts, and once I started training like that, and the workout is so easy, right? I'm just telling myself everything is easy. I don't walk around with a hard, because hard only exists in my mind. Why would I make it more difficult for myself than necessary? Why would I make it difficult for me? Once you start to understand self-awareness, you'll start to understand, man, if you knew how powerful you really are, you would be so careful with the way you communicate with yourself, because reality is only responding to what you believe to be true about you. Whatever you believe to be true about you is what you're going to experience. See, you got to understand. Great question, though. Lessons and blessings. Great questions. As far as you got to understand the difference between procrastination and acrasia. Do you guys know the difference between the two? E, what's up, my brother? Does anyone not know the difference between procrastination and acrasia? Okay. That part right there, Doc. A lot of people, you really don't want to change. You one foot in the door, you one foot out. Because see, here's the thing when it comes to change. Change brings two things, right? Change is only going to do two things to your life. It's going to bring something and it's going to take something away. The reason why most people don't change is because they're too focused on what change is trying to take away. And what's important to understand is that what change is taking away is a version of yourself that no longer serves you. So when a person is trying to shift their mindset, they don't want to let go of the old mindset, because the old mindset might be attached to that toxic relationship that you're not ready to walk away from. The old mindset might be attached to drinking or smoking or gambling or whatever it is that you do when nobody else is around, right? The old mindset might be connected to some things that are no longer serving you, that you still benefit from, you still get pleasure from. And this new mindset might be something that in other words, every time you level up in life, you got to let go of what was on the last level. You can't take what was on the last level to the next level, because it's not going to work for you like that. You trying to think from the perspective of who you used to be and who you're going to be at the same time. That's why you stuck. You got to make a choice. Which one are you going to be? But going back to procrastination and acrasia. Change is beautiful. It's the essence of life. Change is the essence of life. You have to be willing to surrender who you are now for who you could become later. But that's the problem. Most people don't want to surrender who they are now. So they'll never become that person that they could have been later. And I tell people this all the time, like the greatest tragedy of mankind is in his comfort of who he almost could have become. Just let that sit in for a second. The greatest tragedy of mankind is found in his comfort in who he almost could have become. Most people are so comfortable settling for who they almost could have become. Okay, back to procrastination and acrasia. So procrastination and acrasia. Some of you guys are struggling with acrasia. It's an easy fix, but you're struggling with it, right? What you are aware of, you control. What you are not aware of controls you. Don't ever forget that. What you are aware of, you control. But what you are not aware of controls you. Having said that, procrastination is easy. Right? That just simply means that there's something that you know you're supposed to do, but maybe you're scrolling social media or you're watching TV or whatever case may be, right? You're putting off that thing that you need to do in that moment. That's procrastination. It's easy. Acrasia is something different. Acrasia is why most people never become the most powerful versions of themselves, because acrasia means that you know you are supposed to do something, And you also know that the thing that you're supposed to do is going to add a significant amount of value to your life, and you still don't do it. Think about what I'm saying. Procrastination is easy. Procrastination is, you were procrastinating because you didn't really know the value behind what was going on. So that's why you were procrastination. No. Acrasia is the next level to procrastination. Acrasia is a procrastination's big brother, because acrasia means you knew that you were supposed to do this thing, and you also knew that it would add a significant amount of value to your life, and you still talked yourself out of doing it. Which means the problem in your life is you. Let me qualify that. We all know that going to the gym and eating healthy is what we need to do, but you still don't do it. That's acrasia. We all know that, going back to school and furthering our education or taking some master course is going to significantly benefit our lives and potentially create generational wealth, just depending on what you're doing. And you still don't do it. That's acrasia. Acrasia is when you know you can do the thing and you know it's going to add value to your life and you still don't do it. Damn, who going to save you from that? What you are aware of, you control. What you are not aware of controls you. You cannot allow acrasia to control you, because it will stop you from the life that you want. You know you need to go to the gym, you still don't go, and then you wonder why you don't look the way you need to. You know you need to take that master course or go further your education. You know it's going to add value to your life, and you still don't do it. That's acrasia. You know you need to leave that toxic relationship and all of these things. You still don't do it. That's acrasia. When you settle for less in those moments, when you're doing something, and here's the thing, whatever you're doing in that moment is not even something that's adding value to you. You sitting here watching TV, sitting here scrolling social media, you're spending the time anyways. That's what's worse. You invest in the time. So whether you invest in the time and go and further your education, or you invest the time to go, the time is being spent regardless. Or you sitting here watching somebody live their life on social media, or you're binge watching Netflix, the time is being spent regardless. That's what's worse. You still spending the time and you get no value out of it. Make that make sense to me. So you can either spend your time building the life that you want, or you can spend your time living the life that you don't want, but you spending the time. Now, damn, we trying to win the Super Bowl here. We ain't got time to be playing. How are we going to win the Super Bowl? You invest in time in things that don't add value to your life. How are we going to do that? I'm the coach, but I can't make you get up and go to the gym. I'm the coach, but I can't make you take that master course. I can't make you study the self-awareness. I can't make you do anything. That's acrasia. Then we look back over our lives and we complain, and then that's worse. You start complaining about your life, which is a double punishment. So you waking up every single day, investing more time and energy in a life that you don't want. Make it make sense. The fact that you are not where you want to be in life should be all the motivation you need. The fact that you don't have the relationship that you want right now should be all the motivation you need. The fact that you don't have the body that you want right now should be all of the motivation you need. You don't need more motivation. You need urgency. You need passion. You need unconditional love. You need to believe in yourself. That's what you need. And here's the beautiful thing. It doesn't cost you a dime to do any of those things. It doesn't cost you a dime to love yourself. It doesn't cost you a dime to believe in yourself. It doesn't cost you a dime to become passionate. It doesn't cost you a dime to move with urgency. It doesn't cost you anything. All of the best things in life are actually not things at all. But let that sink in. I said all of the best things in life are not things at all. That's how you know God is powerful. That's how you know God is powerful. He said, no, I'm not going to let you play with my stuff. I'm not going to let you figure out a way to go sell it. I'm not going to let you figure out a way to go and barter it. I'm not going to let you figure out a way to go and bargain it. No, I'm going to make sure that the things that I give you, no one else can package. No one else can sell. No one else can put on Amazon. You can't buy it from eBay. It's already in you. The urgency is already in you. It's a frequency. Tap into it. The passion is already in you. It's a frequency. Tap into it. The love is already in you. It's a frequency. Tap into it. All of it is already in you. Nobody can buy it. Nobody can sell it. No one can take it from you. None of that. It's how much do you want to believe in you? He said, yeah, because see, I know you guys are going to eventually get really smart and somebody going to figure out a way to sell the love. Nope, it's not a thing. You can't buy it anywhere. Oh yeah, somebody going to try to figure out a way to sell my happiness. Nope, you can't buy it. You can't package it anywhere. Somebody's going to try to figure out a way to sell joy. You can't do any of that because it's already in you. You came pre-packaged with it. If you come live with me for a month, I promise you, when you go back to your environment, whoo, oh man, they're going to be to guard you. They're going to be calling me, coach, this girl head so big, this boy head so big. You ain't going to even be able to fit in the car. We're going to have to make a special plane just to get you back. Head just ginormous. But it should be. You deserve that. You deserve the world. You deserve everything. And I mean that with my whole heart. You deserve everything. I mean that with my whole spirit. My whole heart. Head just big. You can't even work no more. You're like, coach, I can't even get a job. You out in the parking lot typing. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, you deserve the best life. Like that's just bottom line. That's I'm joking right now, but I'm being serious. You deserve the best life. For those of you guys that are new to the platform, my name is Jordan Williams. I am a certified, first and foremost, my goal today was to leave you better than I found you. What's up, E? Look at my boy. My goal today was to leave you better than I found you. That's it. You know, and it's an honor for me to be living out of my passion, to be living out of my purpose. But watch this. Just like I told the young lady, I didn't do anything. That's what I need you to understand. I didn't do anything. I'm not doing anything different. In other words, if someone held a picture up right now, right, for me, before I started my self-awareness journey to where I am right now, you wouldn't see any difference. You'd be like, okay, well, what am I looking at? You wouldn't see any difference. Why? Because you are the purpose. You are the purpose of life. And the billion-dollar question is, will you go inside and unlock what's already there? The treasure is inside of you. It's not outside of you. What's outside of you is only reflective of what's inside of you. Everything that you've acquired, everything that you've created, the relationships, the kids, the jewelry, the cars, the clothes, it's all the byproduct of the value that you bring to the moment. But we've been programmed and conditioned to focus on that, not to the asset that created that. Look, think about what I'm saying. The asset that created the relationship is infinitely more important than the relationship. The asset that created the kids is infinitely more important than the kids. The asset that created the job and the friends and the this and the that, or that manifested or attracted all of that, is infinitely more important than anything that it creates. And if you think about a tree, the tree works the same way. When you walk up and you pick an apple from that tree will never be more, that apple will never be more important than that tree, ever. I don't give a damn how big the apple is. I don't care how sweet the apple is. I don't care what color the apple is. It will never be more important than the tree. You are the tree in your own life. Everything is only your fruit. From the relationship to the kids, to the job, to the this, to the that, to the this. Take care of the tree, man. Not the fruit that it produces. The fruit will take care of itself. If you take care of this moment, the future will take care of itself. You don't have to focus on the future. Focus on this moment, because this moment is what's creating the future. But if you drop the ball in this moment, the future won't look any different. But we don't understand that. By some strange trick of the mind, somebody has programmed us to not get that. If you just simply take care of this moment, the future will take care of itself. You don't have to worry about what might happen tomorrow if you're dominating your today. Your today creates your tomorrow. So why are you focused on tomorrow when you haven't mastered today yet? You already off into another day. You haven't figured this one out. Right? So focus on the moment and the future will take care of itself. We say this all the time. The past is the present moment remembered. The future is the present moment imagined. Two of those things are not real. The past isn't real. The future isn't real. This moment is. It belongs to you. And the only thing that you have to do is master the moment. Meaning, what's no longer serving you? It's got to go. What's no longer adding value to you? It's got to go. What's disrespecting you? It's got to go. What has you confused? It's got to go. What's not loving you the way that you deserve to be loved? It's got to go now. When you start learning how to master your moments, you master your life. But if you can't master the moment, how are you going to master your life? Come on, E. How they going to do it, E? If you can't master the moment, how you going to master your life? You failing at the moment. So what do you think your life is going to look like? Your life will always be a reflection of what's happening in this moment. If I'm dominating the moment, I already got life figured out. But if I'm failing here, I got toxic relationships going on. I got disrespect going on. I've got abuse going on. I don't show up. A crazy is all in my life. I don't place any value on myself. I'm not believing in myself. I'm doubting myself. I don't invest. Come on. What we doing? What are we doing here? What are we building with that? That builds nothing. I got excuses going on everywhere. That builds nothing. I'm living out of my story about what I think things should be. And then not only that, I'm projecting my programming and conditioning onto the moment. I'm making assumptions about people. I'm judging people. I'm critical of people. What are we doing here? Look at how much energy is going out to things that bring no value to your life. No value. That's all I'm saying. I just want you to see. My job is to bring awareness to your life, right? To bring awareness to the moment. You already are awareness. So let me say this to you too, because this is important. I don't add value to you. Humanly impossible. And I'm saying that with all of the love in my heart. It is humanly impossible and don't just apply that to me. No person adds value to you. People can only enhance what's already there. Period. Stop allowing people to make you think that they're doing more for your life than they really are. No one can add value to you. There's not a single human being on the planet that can add value to anything that God created. I'm going to tell you that now. There's not a single. Now I can enhance my boy E. I can enhance him. I can be there in support, and I can be there in this, and I can enhance. But I'm only enhancing what's already there. I didn't add anything. I can only enhance. People have the ability to enhance what's there. They can enhance the happiness that was already there. They can enhance the love that was already there. They can enhance the joy that was already there. But if you're not loving yourself, there's nothing for me to enhance. I can't create what doesn't exist. Think about what I'm saying. I'm walking down the street. I meet you. You're not loving yourself. You're not believing. I ain't got nothing to enhance. What am I enhancing? That's why you got to love yourself. That's why you got to, because I can't create in you what doesn't already exist. No person can. That's why you always have to be the priority in your own life. The only thing that I can do is enhance what's already there. What I can't do is create what's not there. No person can. So we jump in these relationships expecting people to enhance or expecting people to add value to what's missing. How can I do that? You ain't giving me nothing to work with. We don't have a blueprint here. There's nothing for me to follow. You don't have standards going on. You're not believing in yourself. You're not loving yourself. You're not choosing. What am I supposed to do? What am I enhancing here? That's why you're the most important thing in your life. Because if you don't have you figured out, you don't have any business giving yourself to someone else. If you're confused about you, what do you think they're going to be? If you don't have you figured out, how do you think they're going to figure you out? If you can't figure out how to consistently keep love in your life, what do you think they're going to be able to do for you? Right? It's just broken relationship after broken relationship after broken relationship because we bring our brokenness to the relationship. We don't bring our strength. You should have brought the strength to the relationship. You should have brought love to the relationship. You bring joy to the relationship. You bring happiness to the relationship. I bring my peace to the relationship. That's automatic. That's the start point. That's where we start. But that's the problem. We don't show up that way. We show up as some broken version of ourselves, thinking that this person can bring the joy, thinking that they can complete us, thinking that that's what you mean when you say complete. You complete me. What am I completing? That's dangerous. What am I completing? When you say someone completes you, what are they completing? Because to say that they can complete you means that you're incomplete in that moment. Be careful with that. To say that someone else completes me means that you were incomplete when you showed up. We join the community. Join the community. Join the community right now. Join the community right now. We love. Join the community. Real quick. So my name is Jordan Williams. Sandy, hey, what's up, Mama? So good to see you. Happy Friday, Sandy. Hal, what's up, Sal? Hal, so good to see you, Mama. My name is Jordan Williams. I am a certified life coach. Every time I try to get off right now, I keep going. That's when you know somebody is in there operating out of their purpose. Because when you're operating out of your purpose, you lose. You're not worried about time, right? I'm not worried about time at all when it comes to you guys. Nat, what's up, Nat? But my name is Jordan Williams. I'm a certified life coach. I specialize in self-awareness and in self-mastery, just helping people to understand. Let me say it this way. God has given me what I feel is the best job in the world. In the world. And I say that because He's allowed me to help people to achieve their spiritual awakening. I don't know a job that could be better than that. I don't know what could be better than you putting someone in a position to get their spiritual awakening, right? And to be able to guide you guys and lead you guys to that moment where you unlock yourself and you become the most powerful version of yourself, where there's no more fear and there's no more pain and there's no more suffering and there's no more doubting yourself and living out of your story and your programming and conditioning and all of the different things that hurt you, that's hurting you. Excuse me. I don't know a better job in the world. And that's why I'm blessed. I'm not blessed because of what I have. I'm not blessed because of the way I dress. I'm not blessed because of what's in my bank account. I'm blessed because He trusts me enough to send me His children, to let me guide them and to let me lead them so that they can become leaders. Because that's the goal. The goal is not to follow me because I can't take you anywhere. You're becoming the leader in your own life. But the first person you will ever lead is yourself. You are the first person you will ever lead. If you can't lead you, how will you ever lead someone else? Right? So that's what the whole spiritual awakening is about. You becoming the leader. How do we start, coach? That means I speak my truth from this moment moving forward. It doesn't cost you any money. Speak your truth right now. Live in your truth from this moment moving forward. Don't worry about yesterday because yesterday is not worried about you. Focus on this moment. And from this moment moving forward, how do I start? I'm just going to live in my truth. And there's going to be certain people that are offended by you speaking your truth. Oh, well, that's not your problem. Your problem is to speak your truth. Don't turn down the volume on your voice. Don't walk on eggshells for anyone. Don't show up small. Just show up as the most powerful version of yourself starting now. You've got to embody that. Okay? You've got to embody that. The second thing is this. For those of you guys that want to get the book, again, the book is The Secret of Awareness. How powerful are you ready to be? The book is available on Amazon. If you want a physical copy, But if you guys want to get the ebook, you guys can get a free ebook today, and I will send you. I'll have that emailed out to you right after I tell you what I'm getting ready to tell you. So what I did was I created the Mindset Masters community, and what Mindset Masters is about is just that. What I'm going to teach you is how to master your mind. What I'm going to teach you is self-awareness. What I'm going to teach you is self-mastery and emotional intelligence, coupled with inspiration and coupled with motivation. But the combination of those things is what's going to unlock you. I have so many people that are a part of the community that have already had their spiritual awakening, so much so that they are mentors in the community and they're leading groups on their own. These were people that were just where you are. They weren't more special. They weren't smarter than you, better than you, had better opportunities than you. I'll tell you what they were. They showed up with passion. They showed up with desire, and they showed up with an open mind. And the combination of those things transformed them. And there's probably at least 100 of them on this live right now as we speak. And they will tell you that. If you even question in any of what I'm saying, just tell the people in the comments to say something to you and watch what happens. So the spiritual awakening is going to happen for you. But that's just understand this. When you get your spiritual awakening, and you will, it's not about you. It's about you understanding that you are becoming the solution, the answer, and the blessing for so many other people. Obviously, you're going to be able to benefit your life and create whatever it is you need to create for you, but it's about other people. So sometimes even when you, in those moments when you just feel like you don't have that much fight left in you, think about all of the other people that are already connected to you, energetically connected to you. Because when you become the most powerful version of yourself, you're going to start meeting these people. They're just going to come out of nowhere. You're going to be meeting them everywhere. And that's going to be the beautiful, that's when you're going to truly become powerful. So the Mindset Masters community, again, you're going to get me as your life coach, as your mentor, as your accountability partner. You're going to gain access to all of my live streams. Probably have at least 100 live streams inside of the community right now. I've got a podcast inside of the community right now. And what we do is we take my live streams and we convert the live streams into a podcast. And the podcasts are great. So not only do you get the visual, but the podcast is great when you're at the gym or you're driving in the car or you are cleaning the house or doing whatever it is, you're going for a walk out in nature. So you can always, it's kind of like having Coach on the go, right? It's kind of like having me in your pocket. Thank you so much for that, King. I appreciate that, big dog, Kingsley. So you got me on the go, right? That's the beautiful part about the podcast. And then I write all of the stuff that I write inside of the community never makes it to social media. It's just for the people inside of the community. And I do exclusive live streams every Tuesday and Thursday inside of the community for our people. Where it's the community is this live stream on steroids, and the community has become so powerful because all of my students have become so powerful, right? Like powerful. All of these comments that you see, people throwing stuff up in the air and stuff like that. It's all my students tossing different things out at me. Because they're tapped in, like we're energetically, it's a synergistic relationship, so it's amazing. Lynetta being one of them, Better Than Before being one of them. If you're not following her right now, somebody do me a favor and pin Lynetta up there afterwards as well. Aquarian Goddess is another one. She's a beast. Oceanized beast. Paulina beast. Nat beast. D beast. So many of my students on here now. I'm just so proud of them. So proud of them. Sandy beast. So having said all of that, if you're ready for your spiritual awakening, if you feel like you're one of God's chosen ones, because again, if you don't bring the desire, it doesn't make sense for you guys to sign up. It really doesn't. But if you are ready for your spiritual awakening, just type me in the comments right now, and then we can get you guys signed up today. Okay, I'll tell you what shadow boxing is. I would listen to both. I would listen to the podcast, and it just depends on what you're doing in that moment. Like I listen to the podcast even when I'm in the gym training. That's the best time to listen to the podcast. When you're in the gym training, just put it in, and just that way you can kind of just zone out. Or when you're in bed, right before you get ready to go to bed at night, you just want to just lay there and kind of close your eyes and zone out. That would be a good time to listen to it. The entire community is $1 a day. That's it. That's all. $1 a day. Everything is Mindset Masters. So the name of the community is Mindset Masters. But if you get signed up today, you're going to get a free copy of my book, right? So if you get signed up today, you're going to receive a free copy of my book. But you're going to get it in ebook format. So that means that you'll have it emailed to you by the end of the business day. Worst case scenario, you have it by tomorrow morning. But what you're going to have to do is leave the live, go to my profile page, click join now, and that link will take you to the sign up page. It's going to probably take you 60 seconds. It's cheaper than a cup of coffee, like literally. $1 a day, no obligations, no contracts, no any of that. The name of the book is The Secret of Awareness. How powerful are you ready to be? I would put this book, and I never say this, I would put this book up against any book that's ever been written in history. Any book. It's that powerful. When you read it, you'll understand. When you read it, you'll understand. If you haven't read it, then what I'm saying is irrelevant. I would put that book up against any book that's ever written. As far as it's a spiritual awakening, can't touch it. And it's easy to read. That part right there, M. And it's easy to read. Super easy to read. Super easy to read. It's not going to take you all out into space and have you, thinking about a bunch of things that you don't need to think about. It's going, and the book is for you. You're only going to discover you in the book. This is the book. But the book is your blueprint. That's really all it is. When you think about it, like people say, life doesn't come with a blueprint, or, life didn't come with instructions. It does now, right? It does now. This is the instruction manual to your life. It's the blueprint to your life. It's really what it is. It's just an instruction manual. It's not about me. I'm not in the book at all. So don't think you're going to find my story and hear my story. The book is about you. You will only find yourself in the book. I appreciate that, Doc. Thank you. You will only find yourself. You will only find yourself in the book. Aside from that, any other community-related questions? Yes, but that's the thing. That's the thing, Emily. Let me give you guys the formula, because somebody asked a question too about shadow boxing. You guys do me a favor so I don't forget about the shadow boxing question. But the book, the formula for the book is this. It's a 5 and 5, right? You read the book 5 times, and you read the Fearless Mindset. Where's Fearless Mindset? You read the book 5 times, and you read the Fearless Mindset 5 times. And when you read the Fearless Mindset 5 times, if I can find it, when you read the Fearless Mindset 5 times, it's going to, it's the combination of those things is what's going to unlock you, right? So you read my Fearless Mindset course 5 times, you read the book 5 times, because what's going to happen when you read the book the first time, right? You're going to read it from cover to cover. You're going to sit it down. Then you're going to jump over to the Fearless Mindset. Easy reads, both of them. Quick reads as well. Then you're going to read the Fearless Mindset, right? From cover to cover. Then you're going to jump back over to the book. Obviously, you're not going to do all of this in one sitting. But my point is, once you start reading the Fearless Mindset, and then you come back to the book, the change is already happening already. Does that make sense? Once you go back to read that book for the second time, your mindset has already shifted. The process of the change is already happening. It's already happening, and you won't even, it's crazy because you won't even see it. It's just going to happen to you. I may even I need to do a live on the Fearless Mindset. I keep trying to remind myself to do it, and somehow, some way I keep forgetting. This is the name of the book. And you can get the Fearless Mindset inside of the Mindset Masters community. This is the name of the book. The Secret of Awareness, How Powerful Are You Ready to Be? Yeah, now you got to let them know that Fearless Mindset is bad. Hey, I don't know. That Fearless Mindset, now, I don't know if they can guard the Fearless Mindset. Sick. Woo. Hey, the Fearless Mindset. The Fearless Mindset is one of them ones. If you don't have the Fearless Mindset right now, I don't know. We might need to talk about something. You don't got the Fearless Mindset right now. I don't know what you got. The Fearless Mindset is a bad boy. I don't know too many things that can mess with the Fearless Mindset. I'm just going to be honest with you. Who's read The Fearless Mindset already? I know the Silver CEO has. I know Lynetta has already. Aquarian Goddess, I know you done knocked it out. Ooh, Doc, you got to get The Fearless Mindset, Doc. Okay, now give me now give me, Ocean Eyes, I know you didn't read it cover to cover a million times. Now give me your, what did you guys think about The Fearless Mindset? It's an e-course, the VIP. The Fearless Mindset it's an e-course. The Fearless Mindset is an e-course. And it's available inside of our Mindset Masters community. Yeah, you're going to love the book. The combination of The Fearless Mindset and the book is going to transform you into something that you cannot even, let me say it this way. After you do the 5 and 5 formula, that formula has been unlocking people all over the world. After you do that 5 and 5 formula, right? You read the book 5 times, you read The Fearless Mindset 5 times, and you set it down. You're done. You're on the other side of that formula. That version of yourself that you are in that moment, if I could set that version of you down with the version of you that you are right now, before you pick up those books, you would run circles around that version of you. The version of you that read the book 5 and 5, and I could set you down with the current version of yourself, you would run circles. Circles. It would be embarrassing. You wouldn't even be able to sit in the same room. If I take some of my students right now and sit them down, the versions of themselves that they are right now, with the versions of themselves before our paths ever crossed, it would be embarrassing. They'll tell you that. It would be embarrassing. They wouldn't know what was going on. It would be that embarrassing. And here's what's crazy. They were already smart before they met me. Brilliant before they met me. You just don't know what you don't know. Once you start studying, because self-awareness is not what, it has nothing to do with, you don't learn it in school. You didn't learn it in college. You didn't learn it. There's nowhere for you to learn it, right? What God is just going to put that person in your path when he's ready for you to wake up. And that's how you're going to learn it. No one else is teaching it anywhere. And people that have tried to, what's the word that I'm looking for? People who have tried to capitalize on it, that's trying to like teach it somewhere or whatever the case may be. It's some version of awareness that's so weird. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what it is. They've kind of mixed astrology in with a bunch of universes and planets, and I don't know what it is. It's weird. Yeah, it's just gonna wake you up to something that I'm telling you right now. You're gonna become too powerful. So powerful that it's because for the first time you're really sick. But here's what I need you to understand. There's a mourning period associated with awareness that most people don't talk about, and that mourning period happens when your ego finally becomes detached from who you are, because you've been rocking with your ego for so long that, your ego has been a part of your life for so long that, it's been making the decisions, and it points the finger at this person and judges this person and makes assumptions about this person. It's been such a major part of your life that for a while, you're going to be like, damn, because your ego it's gone. And even if it's not like completely gone, it's so in the background. It's so, it's so far behind you that it's just not relevant anymore. You're not moving through life from your ego, and which is creating all of the problems, that you experience. So just understand that there's going to be that mourning period. In your mind, you may think that something is wrong. Like, man, what's going on with me? No, that's you mourning your ego in that moment. And that's why it's so important for you guys to have access to me, because again, when I was going through my spiritual awakening, so many of the questions that I had, I didn't really have people that could answer. Mita, you said that makes sense, yeah? Yeah. So you're going to go through that mourning period, which is the best thing because, like I said again, your ego has created more problems than every person. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome, Mama. Your ego has created more problems for you than any person you've ever called an enemy. Any person. You said who creates problems? That part right there, Rika, I love that. Self-awareness is the key to the safe. Absolutely. Self-awareness is the key to the safe. You said something when you said that. You said something when you said that. Somebody asked a question. Shadow boxing. That's another thing too, you guys. When you get inside of the community, you're going to want to start shadow boxing. You said now you understand why you used to think the way you did? Yeah. How does ego affect what specifically? Your life or what? Appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all of the gifts. You guys for the roses. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Q Chappie, thank you so much, Q. It blocks the way you think. Because you got to understand that, again, we don't see reality as it is. We see reality as we are. You're seeing reality through your programming and conditioning, right? That you're projecting onto reality. And so much of that. So, you know, your ego is that voice of your wounds. Your ego is that voice of your programming and conditioning. Your ego is the voice of all of the unhealed versions of you, the breakups, the heartache, the this, the that, you know, the suffering, the pain. It's the voice of all of that, right? And so, you know, you'll see someone, I'll give you an example of what I mean. You'll see someone, let's say you dated someone, right? Let's say you dated someone and you're thinking about, you know, and that relationship is over or whatever, and now you're thinking about dating someone new, and this person that's new kind of favors your ex. Right? Kind of favors your ex. It's your ego in that moment that's telling you, you know, oh no, we dated somebody like this. No, this is not going to be a good thing. It's not going to work out, and all of these other things like that. Even though this person has completely different programming and conditioning than whoever this person is that you're dating. But your ego will convince you in that moment that you're going to meet a similar fate. Just because this person resembles someone that you dated in all of your yesterdays. You know, so many opportunities you get missed because you're allowing the ego, you're allowing that voice in your head to be the narrator for your opportunities and for what you experience when fear shows up, when doubt shows up, when worry shows up, when stress shows up. It's stressing you out. It's creating the depression. It's creating it all because it's narrating everything and making you think that you're not enough in certain moments. You're not worthy in certain moments and all of those things. It's keeping you, let me say this. The ego keeps you disconnected from the divine, right? You cannot, ego and your spiritual, ego and your I cannot exist in the same moment. That's the problem. Your I, which is who you really are, and your ego can never coexist. So the first thing that you have to do what about seeing what through the same lens? I'm sorry. That part right there too, you know, it really is edging God out. You said like seeing joy through pain? Yeah, you guys sign up through, you guys can click the link and you can get signed up through the browser as well for you guys that want to join Mindset Masters community today. Again, if you guys